Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're talking about everybody's favorite topic, products that did not work for me, product fails, products I don't like. So I have a whole box of them over here. Just a disclaimer that everybody says in these videos, if you like these products, good for you. They just didn't work out for me and I wish they did because I paid for them. So definitely nothing against the brands, but these just didn't work out for me. If you like product fail videos, make sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to do a lot of them. I try out a ton of new things, so I definitely have a bin of things that I don't like. So let's just go ahead and get into it. The first thing I want to talk about is this MAC palette. This is just a Z palette type deal where it's magnetic. I have 3 shadows in here. These 2 I got from a beauty box, and this is actually an Urban Decay shadow. These are magnetic, but only MAC shadows stick to these. I have to use stickers on the bottom of other shadows to make them stick to this palette. So that's really annoying because I have a lot of space in here. Both of these areas are magnetic on this side and this side. So I can fit a lot of shadows in here. Every single pan of eyeshadow that I have that's not MAC does not magnetize to this palette, which is really annoying and upsetting, and that's why I just don't even use this. I don't even mind that I can't see. There's no like window. I don't even mind that. What I do mind is that I can only put MAC shadows in there, and I don't like MAC shadows. So I'm not gonna go buy the single MAC shadows just so I can stick them in here. So this is my first very annoying fail. Second, I have an eyeshadow palette. This is the Carly Bybel Deluxe Edition palette. So I bought the first edition of this palette when it originally launched, and the eyeshadows did not work for me. They were patchy, they were really hard to blend, but I loved the highlighters. So what I wanted to do, what I tried to do, is to depot the shades that I did like, the highlighter shades, and some of the shimmer shades are okay. So I wanted to depot those and put them in a Z palette, but they were so loosely pressed that they all just shattered. So I ended up buying the deluxe edition of this palette, thinking that they would reformulate the eyeshadows, and they have not. All of these matte shadows right here and the darker ones, they are patchy, they are difficult to blend, they're very hard to work with. The shimmer shades aren't that bad, and I do enjoy them, and I definitely love all of these down here. And I use the darker ones as lid colors, but the matte shadows are just awful, and I cannot get them to work. These are BH Cosmetics eyeshadows. I don't own any other BH eyeshadows besides the ones in this palette. I just really don't like them, and they're very frustrating to work with. They're very unblendable and patchy, and I definitely didn't like this, but I am keeping it just for the highlighters, and I'm not going to try to depot them because they are so soft that they just will break. Next up is a product that I love, but I hate the packaging of it and the way that it's pressed. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette, and you can see why I don't like this. This is my 3rd one, and every single one I get, they shatter. Every single one without fail. I love the formula of these powders. I love how they blend. I love how they look on the skin. But they just break. They break over and over. This is my 3rd one, and so I have stopped buying this. This is actually one that has broken, and I have repressed, and it has broken again. So they just don't, the formula just doesn't stay together. They don't stay in the pan. They're beautiful on the skin, but you can't do anything with them because they just shatter. Next up, I have a bronzer. This is by e.l.f. This is the golden bronzer. This is their one for fair skin. This just doesn't show up on me. I'm very fair, as you can see. I do have a lot of like bronzer type stuff on right now, but I'm fair. And when I swirl these together, they're so light, they just don't show up. And this is like a chalky kind of highlighter shade. And even just sticking to this deepest shade right there, they still don't come off very pigmented on my skin, and I really have to build it up. By the time I do that, there's just nothing on my skin. So I really don't like that one. Even though it's less than $5, I do like the packaging. It's sturdy plastic, but it just doesn't show up on my skin. Next up, I have a foundation. This is the Marc Jacobs Remarkable Full Cover Foundation. So this was definitely hyped when it first came out, and a lot of people liked this. I have the shade 10 Ivory Light. This is one of the very few foundations that I've ever encountered that are too light for me, and this is almost white. But besides the color, because I can bronze, I can do a darker powder, stuff like that, it's the formula of this. This sinks into every single pore and fine line I have on my face. I'm only 24. I don't have a lot of fine lines quite yet, but I definitely do have some darker, like deeper smile lines, and this is just like a magnet for those things. and even if I mix it in with something else, it ends up sinking into my fine lines as well. It's just not great. I do keep this for shade comparisons and to mix into really darker foundations that have a really good formula that are less likely to sink into my lines like that. But I definitely don't wear this by itself. I have tried to wear it by itself sometimes. It's very heavy, it's very dry looking, and I don't even have dry skin. So this is definitely not one I would recommend. Next up, I have a single eyeshadow. This is by ColourPop, and this is the shade Tassel. And when I first saw this online, I was like, great, it's a white eyeshadow. I can do a lot with a white eyeshadow, me being so fair. I can highlight with it, I can use it all over the lid, I can use it on the brow bone, blah, blah, blah. I can do a lot with a white eyeshadow. But this is a glitter bomb. In the light, it looks kind of metallic, but I think I should be able to show you. This is so glittery that I can't do anything with it. There, now you guys can see, like, it is covered in glitter. So I can't use this as a highlighter because I don't like glittery highlights. I can't use this all over the lid because it is so intensely white and glittery that no other shades look good with it, and I can't use it under the brow bone because it's way too metallic and, again, glittery. So I can't find a use for this. Even if I try to top this with, like, top another eyeshadow with this, this is so opaque that it takes over whatever color you have on top of it. I've tried to, like, use it on my lips even, just to, like, highlight in the center of my lips. Like I said, too opaque. It just overtakes everything, and it's the glitter. If this was just a metallic-y white eyeshadow, like it kind of looks like right now, that'd be better, but this is just all glitter, and I really can't do anything with it. Next up is a lip product. This is Lip Sense. I did an entire video on Lip Sense and my experience with it. I've been using this quite a bit since that video went live, and I found that I have a very interesting problem with it. It stays on my bottom lip all day, all night. I cannot get it off. It's so good. But when I put it on my top lip, it wears away immediately. I find that it wears on this inner part of my lip. It's gone right away. And when I try to reapply it, it wears away immediately. So I'm not sure if I'm doing something wrong. I did contact the distributor where I got this from, and she did say that that was kind of a common problem with some of these shades. So I don't understand why it would stick on my bottom lip but not my top lip. But anyway, I can't wear this anymore just because I can't rely on it being budge proof and opaque all night. It just kind of, it's like a regular liquid lipstick. I have liquid lipsticks that last better than this, and this is supposed to be like bulletproof. So she recommended I try other colors, but these are $20 a piece, so I probably won't be trying any other colors just because why would I pay $20 for something that may or may not work based off my experience with this? So I definitely wouldn't recommend those at this point. Next up is another lip product. This I got as a 100-point reward or a deluxe sample from Sephora. This is the NARS Lipstick and Orgasm. This is new, one of their newer releases. And my problem with this is that it's so sheer that it ends up being really, really frosty looking on the lips. So this is kind of like a peachy gold, shimmery kind of lipstick, which looks beautiful in the tube and kind of okay swatched, but when you put this on, it's so sheer, you look like you have like a 90s frosted lip, which is not something that I am interested in. It definitely looks like unnatural and sheeny, but like metallic-y, but it's not like marketed as a metallic. It's definitely more of a lip topper. I would not wear this by itself. I barely ever wear this, to be honest. It just doesn't look great on the lips because it is so like reflective, but not in a metallic way. It just looks frosty, and that's not something that I'm into. Okay, I have a whole collection of eyeliners that I don't like. So the first two, these are the same thing. These are the Kat Von D tattoo liners. These are both 100-point rewards I picked up from Sephora. I like the eyeliner, but it dries out so quickly. At least like within 8 or 9 uses, this stuff is gone. And I like the formula, I like the brush, but I'm really, really not into how quickly it dries. So that definitely deters me from buying the full size, because if this dries out that quickly, why would I pay for the full size? So I do like the formula. It's black, it's waterproof, it goes on really nicely. The brush makes doing a wing pretty easy, but I can only use it a few times. So I definitely don't recommend that. The next one is, I got this in a beauty box, in a Allure beauty box. This is the brand Ico. I believe they sell this at Ulta now. This is called the I Do Liquid Eyeliner. And waterproof, carbon black, fine. This stuff is, it transfers everywhere. It's marketed as waterproof, but it's not. If I put this stuff on and I like blink, this stuff does not last on my eye. It travels everywhere. I often do winged eyeliner. I have a huge problem with this one getting under my lower lash line and just smudging everywhere, and I really, really don't like that. This eyeliner is really, really black, and the tip makes it really easy to do eyeliner pretty quickly, but it just doesn't, it's not waterproof. It doesn't even dry down. It slides around my eyes like crazy, and I really, really don't like that. The last two eyeliners that I don't like have the same problem for me. They're both pencil style eyeliners that give me the same issue. When I put them on my waterline or even on my top lash line, they get into my inner tear duct and they end up smudging everywhere. So the two eyeliners that do this to me are the Maybelline Lasting Drama Waterproof Gel Pen and the Rhodile Smoky Eye Pen. I got this Rhodile eyeliner in an Allure beauty box twice. I have two of these. I got this in this month's, the August beauty box. I got this again, and I got it a couple of months ago. So I don't like either of those. This is the same problem I have with the Urban Decay Perversion eyeliner. I threw that away. I got that in a Sephora Play box, and I just got rid of it. So these really, really don't set. So they smudge all down my lash line, and they get in my inner corner, which I hate. So I end up like having to dig out the eyeliner from my eye, and they don't last long at all. They both claim to be waterproof. They're just not, they're not good eyeliners. I needed an eyeliner that's going to go into my waterline and get really kind of like sticky and tacky so it doesn't move around. I really do like the Marc Jacobs gel eyeliners. They're really expensive, but I do like those. The cargo ones aren't bad. They don't last as long, but at least they don't like travel all over my eye. So those are definitely some better options, but these two I absolutely hate. Alright, the next eye product I have is a mascara. I also got this in an Allure beauty box. This was 2 months ago, I believe. This is by the brand Beauty Counter, and this is their lengthening mascara. The first thing I saw when I opened this was the wand. It's really, really thin and narrow. It looks like, it reminds me of the L'Oreal telescopic wand, which, so I thought like, great, I loved that mascara. This one just doesn't do anything. I find that the wand is so bendy that I can't get it, when I put it under my lash line, it just kind of like bends and catches on my lashes so it doesn't like lengthen them. It makes them short and stubby and clumpy and gross, and I just really, really don't like this. I don't like this for my lower lash line either because it's not waterproof and it smudges everywhere, so I definitely do not like this mascara. The last fail I have for this video is a cleanser by Sunday Riley. This is the Ceramic Slip Clay Cleanser. When I got this, I was so excited. I was super excited to try it. I like Sunday Riley's products. I'm really interested in trying more of her products, especially because she caters to acne-prone skin and oily skin, which is exactly what this cleanser is for. It's a pore perfecting cleanser that removes excess oil and impurity while minimizing pore size. The one thing I want to mention that's kind of like a little side complaint is that when I got this, it was full to about here. I got this in a Sephora Play box and it wasn't even half full, so that was really annoying. So I used this a couple of times, I want to say 5 times, and every single time after I used this, the next day I would have a breakout. And my skin doesn't really react to other products by breaking out. My skin just breaks out anyway. So if I'm trying new products, I don't experience much different because I usually break out anyway. So this broke me out so badly that I noticed that something was going on with my skin. So I took a day off from using this, and then my skin was better, and then I used this again and my skin was awful. Like really inflammatory, like something is wrong, acne. So I don't know if this is one of those products where you kind of have to go through a purging period and use it for a couple of times, but I just didn't go through that. It has vitamin C in it, but this is not a light resistant container. Vitamin C breaks down really, really quickly in skincare products. So I just don't like this. You're supposed to shake it before you use it. It's a clay cleanser. If this didn't break me out, I think I would really, really like it. It really helped control my oils, but it definitely did not jive with my skin, so I would not recommend this. And Sephora, can you fill them up all the way? Like, I'm paying for the beauty box. I understand it's only $10, but at least fill it up. Like, why are you wasting packaging? That doesn't make any sense to me. Those are the products I have not liked for the past couple of months. Let me know down below what products you don't like. If you've tried any of those and do like them and you have any tips for me to kind of use them better or in a different way, just let me know. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!